So now we're going to make my vegan mushroom risotto. I love mushroom risotto and I'm allergic to gluten, so rice is a really, really good form of getting carbohydrates in for people that are allergic to gluten. So we're going to start off by sauteing just some white onions in a little bit of olive oil, just till they're really softened. So they probably need about 6 to 7 minutes. Whilst they're softening, what I've done is I've heated up my vegetable stock. And then to my vegetable stock, I'm going to add in these dried porcini mushrooms. So the reason that we're going to add them into the vegetable stock is firstly, we need to rehydrate the mushrooms. And secondly, we're going to infuse that stock with all the deep flavours of the mushrooms. I don't want that wasted. So we're just going to pop those in there. They'll take about 5 minutes to rehydrate. So whilst they're in there, I'm just going to pop the lid on and then we'll come back to them. In the meantime, our onions are lovely and soft, so I'm going to add in 300 grams of sliced, just regular white mushrooms. So I've just wiped them clean, sliced them, and then they can go straight in the pan. Now what I want to do is I want to cook these down. This is probably going to take about 8 to 10 minutes because I want to, one, soften them, but two, I want them to release all their juices and then for that to evaporate before we carry on. And in that way we'll have a lovely, creamy, flavoursome risotto. Okay, so our porcini mushrooms have now been soaking for around 5 minutes in our hot stock. So I'm going to take those out. They're lovely and soft now, and all those amazing flavours have gone into our stock. So what I'm going to do is let them cool just so that I can touch them. And then I'm going to chop them and add them in with our other mushrooms. So I just need them to cool for a minute or so and then they can go straight in. And our other mushrooms are cooking down beautifully now. So now I'm just going to give these a rough chop. That'd be easier if I try not to touch them too much. Okay, that's fine. And they can go in with the other mushrooms. Okay. So these have cooked down perfectly. So I'm just going to season them with some salt and pepper. And then now we're going to add in our rice. So here I've got 1.5 cups of arborio risotto rice. So you need to use risotto rice for this. The reason being, risotto rice contains starch, and starch is what gives the risotto that lovely creamy consistency. So first of all, we're just going to toast our arborio rice. So we're just going to cook it for a minute or two in with the mushrooms, and you'll see it starts to go a little bit translucent, and that tells us that it's ready to start absorbing some of the liquid we're going to add. So that just needs a minute or so. So our rice has been cooking now for about 1 to 2 minutes, so I'm just going to add in some dry white wine. I'm just going to let that cook out, let it all be absorbed by the rice, and then we're going to start adding in our stock. Okay, So the rice has already absorbed the wine that we've added. So we're going to start adding the hot stock. Really important it's hot, and we're just going to add that a ladle at the time. And we're just going to continue this process now, and this is where you need to be patient. So this will probably take around 25 minutes to add all the stock in and for it to be gently absorbed, so you get that lovely, lovely creamy consistency that risottos have. Okay, so we've added all our stock in now. This lovely rich risotto has been cooking for around 25 minutes. So I'm just going to add in half a cup of, these are frozen peas, but I've thawed them in advance. So we can just add them in at the very end of the cooking if we've already thawed them. So we just really need them to heat through. And I just think they just give a little bit of colour to the risotto. So we'll just give that 2 minutes and then we're ready to serve. And I would say that this is just about ready. Okay, it looks so good. Let's plate up. So it's rich and creamy, and it makes the standing and stirring all worthwhile. And then to top it off, some of my cashew nut parmesan, which you can just get from health food stores or online. Just sprinkled over the top. And there you have it, my vegan mushroom risotto.